Safety depends on a multi-million-dollar bond vote, why officials say it's critical. Plus, Joplin's Third Thursday takes on a special meaning tonight. We take you to the fundraiser that's bringing hope to one family. KOAM News at 10 is next.
This is the site of a new school that will be built if the bond issue is passed. I'll sit down with the superintendent and ask her, why do they need a new school here in Miami, Oklahoma? I'm Ty Parks, and I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, Lamar, Missouri's pool sits empty and broken. Find out what it takes to get residents back in the water. And Joplin police respond to a serious rollover crash on 34th and Main.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Miami voters decide on a major school bond issue next month. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Tanya Bach. The $14.7 million proposal would build a new elementary school and close two aging buildings. KOAM's Ty Parks reports on what's at stake for the district.
The main reason we need this bond issue is for the safety of our students and staff. We want to be able to provide them with a safe place to go whenever there's bad weather, and we just haven't been able to do that. We've had to cancel classes, and that's just not sustainable for the long term. We need parents to know that their kids are safe when they're at school, and this issue will help us to do that.
A $14.7 million bond that will last 12 years. The money will go to build a new lower elementary school that will combine Washington Elementary and Roosevelt.
What would happen is the two schools that will be closed, Washington is a 1st through 3rd grade center, so they would move over to Will Rogers. And then we would also move our Roosevelt students who are 1st through 3rd over to Will Rogers. And from there, we would take our early childhood center, which is currently Wilson, and move them to the Roosevelt building.
By closing Washington, which was built in the 1950s, it would streamline transportation and collaboration. All the lower elementary school teachers will be in the same building.
Our whole building here, the buildings are old neighborhood schools, and therefore, old doesn't always keep up to date, and it costs so much to keep them up to date. So just having a new building where things were fresh and they were adequately sized and they could house the students with room for learning opportunities would help my particular classroom so much.
The bond money would also go to make improvements to the plumbing and HVAC system at Nichols. The current mill rate is at 26%. If the bond is not passed, the mill rate will drop to 10%. The superintendent tells KOAM that if the no tax increase bond is not passed, they will have to pass a tax increase later. In Miami, Oklahoma, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Now, the new school will be on the site of the former middle school right next to the Will Rogers Gymnasium. The future of Lamar's Aquatic Center rests with voters this November. A ballot question asked Lamar voters to pass a 30-year 1/2 cent sales tax. If approved, all funds generated would only be used for the construction of a new city pool and its operational cost. The pool has been closed since 2022 due to issues such as leaks. City administrator says the cost of removing the pool and building a new facility has a price tag of about $4.4 million.
There's groups that do want a new pool and are advocating for that. There's others that suggest that not happen. So one good thing about a ballot issue is not only does it allow a funding mechanism, it also gives the community a voice to let their desires be known.
City staff say next month they are planning to hold informational meetings where community members can learn more about the issues they'll be voting on. The new Chief Justice of the Missouri Supreme Court now has several months on the bench. Judge Brent Powell is from Southwest Missouri and ultimately graduated from the University of Missouri-Columbia School of Law. He began his legal career in Kansas City before he was appointed to the state's Supreme Court in 2017. Powell says he hopes to bring some understanding of the law to the community.
I really want to kind of promote the rule of law, right? And make sure people understand that we as judges and lawyers, we have to follow the law, not our political preferences.
Now, Powell will serve as the Chief Justice on the High Court for 2 years through June of 2027. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, some of you got some showers and thunderstorms for us today. About 50% of us, I went back and looked at who got the rain. Pittsburgh, Joplin really didn't see much. It kind of flared up Kansas, Oklahoma, and then flared up just east, Missouri into Arkansas. A few scattered showers popping up, random little thunder showers, and these are going to skirt east along and south of I-44 as we go through the next few hours and then kind of fall apart. May start with a random shower Friday. We can't rule out a random guy kind of skirting through, but I think most of you are going to be dry. High temp, 84, 85 degrees. However, late tomorrow night into Saturday morning, another complex will try to drop into the region, giving us chances for showers and thunderstorms once again. So that's something we'll have to keep our eyes on as we head toward the weekend as well. I'm going to break it all down for you here in a bit.
Well, if you're looking for events right here in the 4 states but don't know where to turn, we've got you covered. This handy QR code will take you straight to the events page of our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Just scan it with your phone and you'll find information on all kinds of family fun events, including plenty of information on fall festivals and spooky haunted houses. The events page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Authorities respond to a fatal crash in Berry County yesterday. The incident happened around 9:20 in the evening. According to troopers, an unknown vehicle struck a female pedestrian in the roadway. She was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. And Joplin police respond to reports of a crash on 34th and Main Street. The incident happened around 10:40 this morning. On scene, officers discovered an SUV and a minivan had collided. Both went off the west side of Main Street. The minivan had rolled over onto its side, and authorities took 2 people from the minivan to the hospital. The driver of the SUV was not injured. The Joplin Police Major Crash Team responded and is investigating the cause. This is a developing story. You can find more details on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, as they become available. Well, a traffic alert for downtown Joplin this weekend. According to city officials, a part of Main Street will be closed on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The affected area is from 4th to 7th Street, one of the busiest parts of that road. The road is closing for a community event hosted by the James River Church. Cherokee County officials provide free tools that could save a life. Coming up, a look inside the harm reduction boxes. But up first, community support for a sick little boy.
A trim, a shave, and a show of support. I'm Blake Gully. Coming up, how one event here in Joplin is helping a family through their toughest battle.
The community came together in downtown Joplin tonight for a very special cause. As part of this month's Third Thursday event, barbers offered Cuts for Calvin. As KOAM's Blake Goley shows us, the fundraiser helps support a young boy and his family as he battles life-threatening health conditions.
We're doing Cuts for Calvin.
Walking through downtown Joplin at Third Thursday, you could hear the buzzing of clippers. But these weren't just any haircuts. They were for 5-year-old Calvin Owens.
Today's one of the most important things that I've ever had in my life. Making sure that this family can get the help that they actually need as they're struggling, because we know in a world like we have today, we all just need a little bit of joy.
Calvin spent more than 100 days in the hospital this year battling juvenile arthritis, a condition that led to other serious complications, including lung disease. Calvin is currently in Cincinnati, Ohio, recovering from a bone marrow transplant. And with each haircut here is hope, showing his family they're not fighting this battle alone.
He is so incredibly strong. He knows everything. He knows all his medicines. He knows the good ones, the yucky ones. It's been really easy for him because he loves all the nurses. They're like his best friends. He calls them their best friends.
Calvin's family says they've been overwhelmed by the support pouring in from the community.
Everyone has just been so great. The Domino's, some of the local bars done some fundraisers for us, and then the Cuts for Calvin, and then I used to work at IHOP, and a lot of people there still giving us money, and it really helps, and I can't thank them enough for it.
An appreciation that's a cut above the rest. Reporting in Joplin, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
And the family has also set up a GoFundMe page to help with expenses. We've posted that link on our website, koamnewsnow.com. Well, the Cherokee County Health Department is giving away harm reduction products to the public. Items like Narcan, fentanyl test strips, and more are located in the alley behind the Health Department building. Officials say offering these resources is a cost-free way to help those in need and possibly save a life.
A lot of times people don't realize the costs that are associated with some of those illnesses and with the, along with like the drug problems as well. And so anytime that we can have this, that we can reduce that and help reduce those costs, that is a very important aspect that we have.
Officials from the Health Department say more resources will soon be available at harm reduction boxes in Galena and Baxter Springs. Want to start homesteading? K-State University brings homesteading education to Fort Scott. That story is coming up in just a little bit.
Plus, we still have some rain chances in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a pretty good Thursday for us today. About half of us got rain. We had some showers on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. Then they kind of fell apart and redeveloped just east of the city. But a lot of areas in southwest Missouri, from Lamar back toward Monette, Granby, all saw some pretty heavy amounts of rain. That batch now in central parts of Oklahoma, we've had a few little showers kind of flare up here in northeastern Oklahoma, even a couple random bolts of lightning. These are rolling east, so mainly along and south of I-44, very scattered, not widespread, but a few out there as we go through the overnight hours. Let me walk you through time. Here go, these guys are gone. We'll go into 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Partly cloudy skies, comfortable mid-60s. Now, late morning to about the noon hour, we're going to see some additional guys try to get going in our southern counties, mainly affecting south of I-44. Everybody else is going to stay dry. As we get into the afternoon, I think really looking pretty good. 84, 85 for afternoon highs. Once we get into late Friday night and Saturday morning, we get scattered showers and thunderstorms again. Doesn't look like a big complex. It looks scattered, but they are going to be out there through the first half of the day on Saturday, and then by the afternoon we should dry out and clear out just a bit. However, a couple random guys trying to pop up again Saturday evening into the overnight hours, but I think our better chance for rain is actually going to be late Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. So I'm going to say 70% of the weekend should be dry at this point in time. 64 to start, 80 by noon on your Friday, 84 by 5, high temp 85. Let's jump in for state Friday night. High school football holding on to decent weather, 76, kickoff 70 by the fourth quarter, so pretty good temperatures across the region. Looking outside, here's downtown Joplin, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam. We're looking downtown Joplin, and it looks pretty good, upper 60s to near 70 right now. We'll drop back another 4 to 5, maybe 6 degrees. Reason we've had showers over the past couple days, this upper level wave, which is pushing out of the region, but we have another one that's going to fill in right behind it. All right, so on Sunday, we have some scattered thunderstorms late. Some of these guys could be a little bit stronger, but we get this upper level wave that pushes in, it kind of sits on us. So a complex of storms Sunday night into Monday morning. Most of Monday's okay. And then Monday night into Tuesday morning, additional scattered showers and thunderstorms. And I think most likely late Tuesday into Wednesday, we're going to see scattered thunderstorms as well. Rainfall potential, let's just say over the next 5 days, a lot of areas can pick up 1 or 2 inches. But again, most of this would be that stretch Sunday to about Tuesday. Let me show you what happens next week real quick. So here's our week wave, Sunday into Monday. Another wave drops in as we go through the middle of the week. So it keeps those chances for showers and thunderstorms around over the next several days. 85 tomorrow, 86 Saturday, 87s Sunday, Monday, 86 Tuesday. Temperatures better, not seeing any 90s. Rain we could use, so all in all, pretty good.
All right, yeah, not a bad forecast. I'd like it to be a little bit cooler, but beggars can't be choosers,
September.
right? You got rid of the 90s at least.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, the K-State University Research and Extension Program's Southwind District is hosting a 7-part series on homesteading beginning next month. The first 6 parts will take place at Fort Scott Community College and will cover a range of topics related to small-scale farming and livestock.
For everyone, it will be geared towards the homesteading side, but anyone is welcome to come. Whether you're a 3,000 acre farmer all the way to someone who lives in town and has a small area in their backyard that they would like to do any of these projects.
The sessions are free and open to anyone regardless of experience and background. Now, the first session will be held October 1st at 6 p.m. and is titled Plot Perfect Garden Planning for Abundant Harvest. I need to learn about that. Well, still ahead, highlights from an eventful night in high school sports with soccer and volleyball. Plus, Pitt State women's soccer returns to action at home with sights set on a 3rd straight win. We'll have highlights from that and more coming up in sports.
Thursday night football isn't limited to the pros, as week 4 of high school football in Missouri is underway with the Joplin Eagles in action on the road against Glendale. Eagles looking to get back in the win column after falling to Nixa last week. First quarter, still scoreless, Joplin in the red zone. Travion McCadney takes a handoff. He dives in for the score. Eagles lead it 7-0. Later in the quarter, Joplin dialing up the play action. Trent McCadney connects with a wide open Hayden Wolf, who waltzes in for 6. But the Eagles aren't done there. Now in the second, McCadney calling his own number. He'll cut to the outside, then reverse field all the way over to that far sideline, taking it 50 yards for the touchdown. Joplin dominating on the road with a massive 42-21 win over Glendale. Pitt State women's soccer is off to a 3-1 start to the year, including back-to-back wins over Southwest Baptist and Southern Nazarene. The Gorillas back in action this afternoon, eyeing a 3rd straight victory. Pitt State hosting Southwest Oklahoma, looking to continue that run of success. Gorillas lead by 2 in the first half. Ryan Caruth looks to add more. She'll take it herself to the sideline into the goal box, but her shot will end up wide of the net. Bulldogs regain possession. But a few minutes later, we'll see some defense turn into offense from Danae Hobson, stealing the ball for the Bulldogs, and she's got an open lane, but she'll be fouled from behind, setting up a penalty kick for the Gorillas. Mia Hunt would take that attempt, and she'll loft it over the goalkeeper, and in. Pitt State takes a 3-0 lead. Gorillas go on to win 4-1, improving to 4-1 on the season. In high school soccer, you're going to see Pittsburgh High taking on Coffeyville. The Purple Dragons lead 2-0 near the end of the first half. Abner Salas crosses it in to Luke Moss, who scores the goal for Pittsburgh, but wait a minute, ref signals offside, so the Purple Dragons remain 2 goals ahead. Now the Golden Tornadoes have a free kick in Pittsburgh territory. Omar Lopez Cuevas curls it around the defenders and into the bottom corner for Field Kinley's first goal of the game. That'll cut Pittsburgh's lead in half. Just a few minutes later, though, Golden Tornadoes get a penalty kick. Robin Miguel Pedro finds the net, and suddenly it's a tie game. This one would go into regulation at the end of it, tied at 3. Purple Dragons come away with a victory in overtime, 4-3 the final. Pittsburgh High was busy this evening with not just soccer, but volleyball as well, with the Purple Dragons hosting the Raiders of Frontenac. Pittsburgh looking to improve to 9-2 on the season. Maren Stumos serving to start the match, and she gets the ace for the Purple Dragons' first point. And Stumos doing it all early on. This time she's going to set it up for her teammate Ivory Watts, and Watts spikes it into the floor for the kill. Now the Raiders are going to go on the attack. Hadley Goodwin, she's going to go for the kill, but it's blocked by Ona Jorge, and the Purple Dragons score the first 3 points of the match, but the Raiders looking to fight back. They're going to go back to Goodwin this time, and she is successful. This one can't be returned. Frontenac's on the board, but the Dragons dominating this one, sweeping the Raiders in 3 sets. Columbus and Neodesha battling at the Galena Triangular. First set, Blue Streaks go on the attack. They're going to connect with their outside hitter, Kimberlyn Combs, who adds to her team's lead with a kill. Later in the set, off the Titan serve, Neodesha back on the offensive, this time attacking to the middle, and this time it's Allison Stover recording a kill of her own. Still in that first set, Columbus trying to bounce back and battle back. It's their turn to attack via the middle. Addie Wilson's spike finds Hardwood inside the back line, but the Blue Streaks come away with the win, 2-0. Titans playing a doubleheader as they battle the hosting Bulldogs. Early first set, Galena with the lead, attacking through the middle, finding Westlyn Russell, who adds to that lead with a kill. Later in the set, Columbus, they're going to look to battle back, Using the middle of the court themselves, they're going to go to Caitlin Drager, who finds Hardwood with this touch right here. Still in that first set, this time it's going to be coming off a Titan serve. Russell's setting up a teammate this time as Mackenzie New finishes it off with a kill as the Bulldogs cap off the triangular with a win over Columbus, 2-0. On the Missouri side, Carl Junction hosting Logan Rogersville. First set off the Bulldogs serve, Wildcats finding outside hitter Millie Bauer, who brings the boom for this kill. But here comes Carl Junction. This time it's going to be off a Wildcat serve. Attacking to the outside themselves with Madeline Huffman showing off her strength with a spike of her own. Let's go to the second set. Wildcats looking to build on to their lead. Going back to Bauer, this time on the opposite side, she adds another kill as the Bulldogs fall at home to the Wildcats in straight sets. Busy night, but not as busy as tomorrow.
Yeah, so where is our game of the week going to be tomorrow night?
It's going to actually be, you just saw it, Carl Junction and Logan Rogersville.
Yeah.
So Ben will be live from there, and that's our game of the week. We got 16 games in Press Box tomorrow night, so it's going to be a loaded show.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Awesome. Yeah, you guys are going to be very busy.
Very busy.
16?
16 games.
Wow, that's impressive. All right, that's a look at sports. We're back after this. Final check of the weather.
Yeah, it looks pretty good as we go into your Friday. 85 degrees. Could be a random shower. Southern counties, late morning, early afternoon. Some morning thunderstorms scattered Saturday. I know you see a lot of rain on here. I know we need some rain. But this time of the year, these are always pop-up storms. That's why it says pop-up storms or scattered. So it's not widespread, but most of you will get rain sometime over the next few days.
Mm-hmm. And then I won't have to water my flowers.
There you go.
Which are mostly dead anyway. Final sports note.
Didn't get to them tonight, but the Royals lost this afternoon in the series finale to Seattle, 2-0. It's looking like all but done for them with playoff hopes.
But they won yesterday.
They won yesterday.
Yeah.
I guess that's something.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening and an even better Friday.